All right, guys, so I decided to cut the trip a little bit short. Things were heating up so much with this UFC 232 that I was worried I wouldn't be able to see the fight actually live because I'm telling you guys, Wi-Fi is something else, but it was a wonderful, wonderful trip, and I'm just kind of getting back in town. Still got a couple of days off, so I was catching up on all of the videos. I mean, there's so many different things to digest about this. I know I'm going to be coming in a little bit late with some of these videos, but I don't give a damn, man. I'm putting them out anyways. Let's just talk about the weigh-ins. Actually, let's talk about Megan Anderson particularly. The rest of the weigh-in went pretty good. I'll just kind of do a quick overview. Everybody made weight almost damn near within the normal window. So California State Athletic Commission decided to extend the weigh-in window from 9 a.m. Normally it's 2 hours, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. They extended it 1 hour until 12 p.m. So most of the fighters weighed in within the window. From what I saw, I was kind of watching in and out, but it looked like all of the fighters weighed in within an hour and a half. And everybody made weight except for Montel. I'm sorry, his name is Montel Jackson. I actually do remember this guy from the Contender Series. He was on the Contender Series. He won his fight. He got the contract. And now I believe this is going to be his second fight in the UFC. His first fight, he did lose. Can't remember who he lost to, but he did lose that fight not too long ago. And he stepped in short notice on that fight. And now he's coming in on his second fight. He weighed in at 147. He missed weight by a pound. He weighed in with 1 minute left. So he had a pretty bad weight cut, we can definitely tell. The last fighter, but this video is mainly about Megan Anderson. Talk about somebody who looked like they were about to shit themselves on the damn scale. She made weight. She did make weight, 146 on the head. She just looked very concerned. Her eyes were very red, or underneath her eyes, I would say the lids of her eyes, very, very red. She looked dehydrated completely. It was dehydrated. You could tell that it was going to be a bad weight cut for her because a couple of days before, I'm not sure when they did these because I was just watching the videos while watching the weigh-in. So maybe it was 2 days ago, maybe it was yesterday, I'm not sure, but she looked pretty heavy. She actually looked like she was not cutting weight at all. And also she looked nervous. On those interviews before, she looked very nervous. Something about her energy was just very strange. She also said several times in that interview, she said, I love working for the UFC. I hope to keep my job with the UFC. I'm not sure what they've told her, but we know that the featherweight division, as much talk as there has been about it developing because of Tough, we're noticing that these Tough fighters, they're just going back down to bantamweight. But everybody predicted this. So nobody should be shocked about any of it. Megan Anderson should have been fighting from the time that she got signed to the UFC till now. She should have had at least 4 fights already. This should have been her 5th fight, but it's her 2nd fight. And now she's looking nervous in the face, saying that she really likes working for the UFC and she wants to keep her job. It's like, I want her to keep her job too, but she needed to do the work. She needed to do the work, but, she was on the scale. She didn't look too good. That's all I'll say. She did not look good. Kat Zingano also weighed in, I wouldn't say late, but she did weigh in at the end of the normal window. That's mainly the person I was waiting on to see. I wanted to see Kat Zingano and Megan Anderson, and Kat Zingano weighed in 145 pounds. She looked fine. She didn't look bad at all, in my opinion. Just remembering somebody who used to cut to bantamweight and now looking at them now weigh in, there was nothing to see there, really. It was the same thing with Nunes. Nunes walked on the scale with a big smile on her face. She was happy as a lark. She probably ate breakfast this morning. With the bantamweights, there was nothing to be nervous about. But with Megan Anderson, gosh, she's such a big girl. She really is such a big girl. It's just looking at her body, there's just nothing else to lose with that girl because she's so tall. She's so tall. She looked small. She looked frail. It's almost like a Megan Anderson type fighter should be fighting against, in the lightweight division over at PFL or something like that. And that is an option for her. If they scrap the featherweight division, Megan Anderson does now have this option to go over to PFL, and get into the tournament next year. But, right now, I'll just say it was disappointing to see her on the scale like that. Just knowing that all this time that Megan has been signed to the UFC, it just seems like she hasn't been doing the hard work. She's been doing work, yes, but not the hard work. She really hasn't. I hope the best for Megan Anderson. Like I said, you guys listen to the fight picks. I did a fight pick for most of the fights on the card, tried to get as many of them out there. I didn't hit any of the early prelim fights, but I'll tell you the early prelim card is a banger. For a Fight Pass card, this is a great Fight Pass card. I'll just say, look, Megan Anderson, she's not coming in this thing confident at all. Doesn't look like she has very much confidence, but hopefully it's a good fight. Hopefully she's ready, because this is going to be a very, very interesting and embarrassing moment for her if she just loses, the same way that she lost to Holly Holm, not looking competitive at all. She needs to come in there and at least look competitive in order for the featherweight division to have any type of fanfare behind it. But right now, it's looking like it's on the skid. It really looks like it's on the skid with the men's flyweight division. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to say my little piece about that. The weigh-ins were 3 hours long, kind of different because of everything that's going on with the picograms, with the John Jones, with Juice Jones. So as far as the weigh-ins, it did go off without too many issues. I was listening and I heard that apparently Jeff Novitzky was going to be doing a press conference, like a little 10-minute or 15-minute press conference. One guy just walked around and said Jeff Novitzky will be available after the weigh-ins for a press conference. Now, I didn't hear anybody announce that like officially, and I didn't see any videos go live after the weigh-in, but apparently Jeff Novitzky is going to address more of the scientific side of what's going on with the picogram and the trace abnormalities and John Jones and everything. For me, I've already figured it out with John Jones. He's just the F up. You know what I mean? I figured it out already. A lot of people have, but maybe it's still interesting. I'll still do a video about it because, look, it is MMA news. It is MMA. It's part of the story. It is part of the story. But anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comment section.